LeBron James, often hailed as the GOAT, has a career filled with jaw-dropping highlights and undeniable greatness. But whispers of performance-enhancing drugs have trailed his exceptional longevity in the NBA. Is there any truth behind these rumors, or is LeBron's career simply a testament to his extraordinary dedication and hard work? Let's peel back the layers and explore the saga surrounding one of basketball's biggest icons. LeBron James, a name that echoes through the halls of NBA, often finds himself in the middle of the greatest of all-time conversation. He is not shy about it either. He's been introduced as the GOAT humorously by his wife at public events like the ESPY Awards. Imagine that. Please welcome the GOAT LeBron James, and the talk about him roaming around with two live GOATs at public events, that's one way to make a statement. But let's shift our gears to the basketball side of things. LeBron's career is something out of a storybook. The highs are sky high, and even the lows are better than most players' best days. Yes, there have been playoff hiccups that critics love to highlight, but you can't deny the man's durability and longevity on the court. It's nothing short of remarkable, making him a legend in terms of staying in power in the game. Now, here's where the plot thickens. The controversy. LeBron's old teammate Tristan Thompson got hit with a 25-game suspension for testing positive for HGH, stirring up a storm around LeBron himself. Rumors and whispers have swirled around LeBron for years regarding doping, but is there any truth to these tales? The NBA's drug testing might not be the most rigorous, which adds layers to the mystery. Enter Chael Sonnen, the former MMA fighter-turned-analyst who throws a huge curveball accusing LeBron of using performance enhancers. Sonnen throws around terms like EPO, a hormone known for boosting endurance by increasing red blood cells, and HGH, famous for its muscle and bone growth properties. According to Sonnen, EPO is the king of performance boosters, and LeBron is supposedly all in on it. But remember, these are hefty claims with no solid proof as of yet. Now, why is HGH such a hot topic here? Because it's notoriously tricky to detect, vanishing from the system in just a couple of days. So even if someone were using it, catching them in the act would be like finding a needle in a haystack. According to the Big Book of the NBA Players Association, players can get randomly tested for HGH, but only up to 3 times a year. Now, if LeBron was dabbling in something he shouldn't, you'd think he'd be a bit more cautious, especially with the whole world watching. But let's get real. Taking Sonnen's word as gospel would be like believing every fish story you hear. Yet, LeBron's silence on the matter is turning heads. No Fury tweets, no lawsuits, no I demand an apology, nothing. It's like radio silence. Makes you scratch your head, right? Let's take a stroll down memory lane, back to LeBron's days in Miami. This was when LeBron was not just a basketball player, he was more like a Greek god among mortals, showcasing a physique that had everyone talking. Around this time, the biogenesis scandal burst onto the scene, a real storm in the world of sports, throwing out PEDs like they were going out of style. Coincidentally, LeBron's circle got tangled in this web. Odd timing, right? Now let's dive a bit deeper. The DEA decides to snoop around this biogenesis affair, and guess whose name popped up? None other than LeBron's longtime confidant, Ernest Randy Mims, and a well-known trainer, David Alexander. While LeBron was cleared of any direct wrongdoing, the connections were curious. Mims was found dipping into some testosterone and getting a little extra help from Carlos Acevedo, a known PED dealer. But here's the kicker. He claimed it was all for personal use. Now, Alexander, who was thought to be LeBron's trainer, was actually more closely tied to LeBron's wife, both in the gym and in business. But the DEA, with their detective hats on, didn't find any dirt on LeBron himself. They checked every corner, every shadow, but no, LeBron seemed clean. Then we have Chael Sonnen throw LeBron's name into his own PED story. Sonnen claims they shared a drug guy. That's a heavy accusation to make, especially from someone who's admitted using PEDs himself. But again, it's all talk until proof walks in, or so far, it's been all quiet on that front. LeBron, meanwhile, continues to defy age and logic, performing at levels that have us mere mortals marveling. Is it his righteous workout routine, his diet, or his father time just too scared to knock on his door? LeBron says it's all hard work and his focus is sharper than ever. But with every superhero story, there is always a cloud of mystery, and LeBron's tale is no exception. The NBA does its part, testing players for doping, trying to keep the game clean. But it's a big league and LeBron is a giant within. His importance to basketball is undeniable, and this makes the whispers all the more significant. Fast forward, LeBron's back in Cleveland looking a bit more mortal, a tad less superhuman. Then, out of nowhere, he takes a mysterious 2-week break, says he needs some R&R back in Miami. But hold up, since when does LeBron James in the middle of a season need a sudden vacation? And it's during a slump both for him and the Cavs. Before the break, his stats were dipping, but post-Miami, it's like he found the fountain of youth. In the thick of NBA season, LeBron James decides to take a 2-week break and jets off to Miami. Now, that's not something you hear every day, right? When he comes back, it's like we've turned back the clock. His power and agility are off the charts, reminiscent of his younger days. Suddenly, he's dropping an average of 30.5 points a game, grabbing rebounds, dishing assists, and shooting over 50%. Just like that, the Cavs leap from the 5th spot straight to the 2nd and are finals bound again. Just luck? Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Remember Tristan Thompson? He's been LeBron's sidekick through thick and thin. All through their time in Cleveland, Thompson himself says that their bond is more than just basketball, it's like they're brothers. And guess who else was part of those Cleveland days? That's right, the same Tristan Thompson. Fast forward to February 2023, and there's LeBron on the court, in pain, saying he felt something pop. Turns out he tore a tendon in his foot. For a guy who seems almost invincible, that's a rare glimpse of vulnerability. LeBron James in his 20th NBA season at 38 years old, facing an injury that for any regular player might spell the end of the season. But this is LeBron we're talking about. Reports were grim, suggesting he might be out for a long haul. Yet, in what seems like a twist straight out of a superhero movie, LeBron bounces back way quicker than anyone expected. He's out there saying he's healing at a rate that's got the doctors scratching their heads, healing faster than anybody they've seen before. He says, quite the statement, isn't it? Now, let's add another layer. Andrew Huberman, a brainy professor from Stanford, dropped some knowledge on a popular podcast, hinting that there is some gray area when it comes to healing and performance enhancers in the NBA. He talks about how players might be bending the rules to get back on the court post-injury. And who's at the center of our story? LeBron, defying age, defying logic, still smashing it on the court when by all conventional measures, he should be winding down. LeBron's not just playing, he's excelling, logging minutes and breaking up points like he's in his prime. It's like time has no hold on him. But how? Is it just good genes or strict diet? Unparalleled dedication? Now, here's where it gets really juicy. LeBron's been around the block, a major player with a capital M. The NBA loves him, the fans adore him, he's a walking legend. But with all this talking about his miraculous recovery and age-defying performances, people are starting to whisper, what if there is a secret recipe? No one's caught him red-handed, but the rumor mill is churning. Let's not forget the connections. Remember the Cleveland days with Tristan Thompson? They're tied thicker than thieves. And remember, Thompson himself has had his own brush with controversy. It's like the pieces of the puzzle are slowly fitting together, but the full picture is still out of focus. As we've delved into the enigmatic world of LeBron James' unparalleled career and the swirling rumors of PED use, it's clear that his journey is nothing short of cinematic. With his resilience, remarkable comebacks, and a physique that defies the typical ravages of time, LeBron continues to captivate and raise questions. But what do you think lies at the heart of his longevity? Is it sheer athletic genius, or is there a secret ingredient to his sustained dominance? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful discussions.